Hello, it's Jen from Winrose Fiber Studio. Today, let's crochet the airplane scarf. It's the perfect project for travel. For this project, we'll be using a medium weight yarn. I'm also going to be using a 5mm crochet hook, have a pair of scissors and a yarn needle handy, and it's also handy to have a stitch marker. Now, if you have a skein that's at least 320 meters or 350 some yards, you can make the entire scarf from just one skein. If your skein has less than 200 meters, like something like this Lion Brand Wool Ease, you'll need 2 skeins. I'll leave the yarn that you see in this video linked in the description below. Recently, I made a video on how to crochet the crosshatch stitch. At the time I was making that video, I was thinking that there would be an easier way to do that stitch, but I kind of stuck to the pattern that day. Not long after, I was planning a trip to Peru and I wanted a little project for the airplane, and that's when I decided to do a simplified crosshatch stitch scarf. We're going to start off by chaining 36. One of the nice things about the crosshatch stitch is it automatically creates an edge that has a wavy shape to it, so it's already a cute edge. And it also only has one repeating row. To make things even easier for this travel project, I did the first 2 or 3 rows before my travel day, and then I was all set. All I needed was my skein of yarn and my crochet hook. You can see I've finished my beginning chain. I like to work my first row into the back bumps, but it's perfectly fine if you like to work into the side. For row 1, we're going to skip the first 3 stitches and we're going to work 2 double crochets in the 4th stitch from the hook. Now we start our repeating pattern. We're going to skip 3 stitches, then we'll single crochet in the next stitch, chain 3, and now you're going to double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So you can see we have a cluster that consists of a single crochet, a chain 3, and then 3 more double crochets. Now we go back to the top of that repeat, skip 3 stitches, single crochet in the next stitch, chain 3, and then double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. You'll repeat this across until there are 4 stitches remaining. Here we are at the last 4 stitches. You'll skip 3 of those stitches and then work a single crochet into the last stitch. This scarf measures 6 inches wide. Of course, this can vary based on your personal tension, your yarn of choice, and the hook size that you're using. Here's row 1. You can see the cute little wavy edge that it creates. And now we're all set up for the rest of our project. Here we are at row 2. Row 2 is the row that you'll repeat over and over until your scarf is as long as you want it to be. You'll chain 3 and turn, then work 2 double crochets in the first stitch. You'll skip the next 3 double crochets, and then this is where the simplification of the crosshatch stitch comes in. Rather than working into those chains, we're going to work into the chain 3 space. And this just makes it so much easier. Rather than having to find those stitches, you're just going to insert your hook into the space between that chain 3 and that third double crochet. Into this space, work a single crochet and then chain 3. And then you're going to work 2 more double crochets into that same chain 3 space. And then you'll work 1 more double crochet into the next stitch, which is a single crochet. So this is where our next double crochet goes. It's very easy to feel if you happen to be on a dark plane. It's easy to find that stitch. Then you repeat this across. You're going to skip the next 3 double crochets, work a single crochet in the next chain 3 space, chain 3, 2 more double crochets in the same chain 3 space, and then a double crochet in the next stitch. You'll repeat this all the way across, and I hope you can see why this is a great travel project. So often on airplanes, they'll dim the lights, there are lots of interruptions, but it's so easy to find where you're placing your stitches that you can work on it kind of regardless of your conditions. Continue the instructions in the repeat all the way across until you come to the last cluster. Here we are at the last cluster. You're going to skip 2 double crochets and then work a single crochet into the very last chain 3 space. Here's a look at our work at the end of row 2. I'm going to put the instructions back up and work through row 2 one more time just to really set you up for success. It's that chain 3 and turn and then 2 double crochets in the first stitch. And then after that, you skip 3 double crochets, single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 3, 2 more double crochets in that same chain 3 space, and then double crochet in the next stitch. Repeat this pattern all the way across until you come to that last cluster. When you come to the very last cluster, you skip 2 double crochets and you single crochet in the very last chain 3 space. So here we are at the end of row 3, and you can kind of see how this is going to come together. You just keep working that row 2. The reason why I suggested having a stitch marker on hand is because if you need to put your work away, you can put it in your loop and it'll keep your work from being pulled out. Here's a look at the completed scarf. I just finished this on the airplane using Remix by Barocco. I'll link it below. One of the things that I love about this stitch is that when you're done, it creates this fabric that looks lace-like. It looks so much more intricate and complicated than it actually is to crochet. It definitely has a more sophisticated look to it, and the wavy edge just makes it really sweet. So I think this is a great gift idea if you have a few people that you're thinking about crocheting for this holiday season. I hope you like the idea of this project, whether you're traveling yourself or you just like something kind of easy to work on in front of the TV in the evenings. This is just a great go-to. If you're like me, you kind of always want to be working with your hands, but sometimes you don't want to think quite as hard as other times. So this is for those moments when you just want something satisfying that's quick and easy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed creating it for you. Please hit like and subscribe and join me again on Tuesdays when I post new patterns. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.